The holidays! The thirstiest time of the year. The time of the season where you watch people become savages and fight over the Assassination Classroom box set. The time where you never feel more alone. Part of that being due to quarantine, and the other part being that we're those savages I just mentioned. Honestly, this year doesn't really feel like Christmas at all. But fear not, for I have devised a list to cure your holiday woes and keep you all supplied with some holiday vibes this season. Now, for the first spot on this list, it has to go to Tokyo Godfathers. Tokyo Godfathers is one of my favorite films, and I've watched it every year on Christmas Day for the past 3 years. It follows middle-aged alcoholic Jin, teenage runaway Miyuki, and former drag queen Hana. A trio of a homeless makeshift family of sorts, surviving on the snow-covered streets of Tokyo. While searching through a garbage heap for food on the night of Christmas Eve, they find an abandoned infant. With only a few clues to who the baby belongs to, they begin searching the streets of Tokyo in hopes of finding the baby's parents. Throughout this film, the audience is put through an emotional roller coaster as we learn about our leads' backstories and what drove them to where they're at now. We're also put through twists and turns as we learn about the baby's origins and the reason it was in that garbage pile. Overall, it's perfect for the holiday season, or any time you're looking for a heartfelt tale. If you haven't seen it, I don't know what you're doing. Go watch it. Anyways, moving on. The second spot goes to the one, the only, Toradora. Toradora is always an absolute banger to watch around the winter season. Though it isn't inherently a Christmas anime or holiday themed at that, it still fills me with super cozy vibes. With that slice of life, romance, drama kind of deal, and really great characters that are fun to watch interact with each other. Which works perfectly with the holiday vibes you may be seeking. It follows our lead protagonist Ryuji meeting a short-statured girl named Taiga, and then becoming friends under, let's just say, very unusual circumstances, as well as creating a tangled web of romantic interest between both them and their friend groups. And as they navigate throughout their high school career, we learn more about these characters and become more and more interested in each of their day-to-day lives. Again, a series I absolutely love rewatching during the holidays due to its overall cozy vibe and fun, interesting characters. And of course, the opening goes hard too. Oh, moving on. The third and final spot on this list belongs to none other than 5 centimeters per second. 5 centimeters per second has always been a film I've watched when I was in a somber type mood, just because it appeals so much to a somber vibe. And now, before I continue, if you're looking for a very happy story, or at least a story not inherently sad, refer to the two animes above, because 5 centimeters per second feels like a Christmas love story flipped on its head. It follows 3 arcs, which cover the story between our lead Takaki and his love interest Akari, as well as one of the arcs covering the perspective of a girl named Kanae. The primary story follows Takaki and Akari, and how as time moves on, they slowly drift apart, as well as showing how Takaki's life is impacted by their forced separation. Again, this film isn't at all your typical happy Christmas hallmark, but a much more serious, realistic take on relationships and the human condition. So if you aren't up for that kind of film, I wouldn't recommend it at all. But if you are up for this kind of film, it's an absolute must watch. Overall, 5 crying sessions out of 5. Thanks everyone for watching up to this point. I really, really appreciate your viewership, and let me know what I could do better in the comments. I've never really done a list type video before, and I could really benefit from some criticism. Again, thank you. And if you'd like to see some more content like this, then hit that red subscribe button. Merry Christmas, everyone.